Now I am going to show you what is subquery. Subquery means a query will be into another query. One kind of, you can tell it as a nested query. So actually it is not complex, but some people think that it is complex to them. If you understand the logic, you can understand it very easily. I am trying to teach you it very easily so that you can understand it. So let's check it. My table is actually the persons table. For example, I have another table. In order to show it, I am going to create a new terminal and creating another table. So PHP artisan, then make migration, and then create, for example, there is a person orders table. Okay, so create orders table. Here I am going to open the migration now, and in the migration I am going to use the table, then big integer, and this will be a foreign key for the persons table. So person ID I am going to put here, and for example there are some ordered data, for example string, the product name, so product name, for example, also product price. So order date, here I can put some string, that is order date, for example order date. Now I am going just to run PHP artisan migrate. Okay, enter. Now I am going to check if I have another table or not. Let's check it. You see that there is orders table. So I have persons table and there is orders table. For example, not all the persons buy that product. For example, only 2 or 3 persons bought this. So for example, ID number 2, 3 and 5, these 3 persons. So I am going to insert here, there are 2, product name is something like that, price is 100, order date is the year name, I just going to give here 2, another person here 3, for example product name same, and product price 100 and order date 2023, and I am going to insert another person whose ID is 5, product name this, price this, and 2023 is the date. So this is a sample order. The person 2 made an order for this price, for this product. Person 3 also ordered this product, and person 5 also ordered this product. So 2, 3 and 5, total 3 persons made an order here, but the other persons here did not give any order. Now how I can see all the orders, how I can check it? From this persons table, I just want to get the person list who completed at least one order. So this is my intention of the query. So how I can write that? So in order to get that, I am going to make it off here like this. Okay, so here I am going to write my query. So db table persons, this is the main table. I am going to put here like this, and get is the main function. Okay, so here I am going to write it here so that you can understand it easily. So here I am going to use wherein. You already know what is actually the wherein. Wherein means the first parameter is an ID and second parameter is an array, you know. But here I do not know what are into the orders table, because that is also a dynamic. If I could get that in the second table there are total 3 persons who ordered, for example 2, 3, 5, then my task was easy. But I do not know actually what is 2, 3, 5, right? You know up to this, because I show you this, that from a person, if I want to get the person ID who are into that array, I am going to take that. That is actually this type of case, right? So here person ID, you see that 2, 3 and 5, but I actually do not know which person IDs are into the orders table. So this is the case. So this is unknown to me. So in this place I will just run a subquery. So how I can run here a query? I will have to use a closure function here. So here I will just write a function, and you know a function just has a format like this, right? Just press enter. So using this function I will run here another query. So here I am going to put here a variable query, and into the function I am going to use the query of select. What I will select, I am going to write in online, no problem. So I will select the person ID, right? Person ID. You know that here where I wrote the array format, those were actually the IDs. So select means which one I want to get. So actually I need the person ID. So I put here the person ID, right? So this is query select person ID, because in this table you see that the field name is person ID. I will search from this table. So here I am going to write from. From means from which table I am going to get. So that is from my orders table. Up to this it is okay. And here I will have to put a group by. So group by. So where I am going to here using group by person ID. I am going to write it into separate lines so that you can understand, like this, select and group by is here. Okay, so if I apply this thing and put it into a result variable, so if I now run it into here, then what you will see, 2, 3 and 5. You see that only 2, 3 and 5 these persons were into the orders table. So using the two table, I just do these things. When I showed you the wherein, actually there was only one table, but as there are two tables, so instead of a straight array, I just have used here a subquery. So I hope you have understood the main logic here, how I have run the query and how you have got the output in your screen. I hope you have understood the very basic of the subquery. If you want, you can make complex subquery. So that is actually up to you how you will work in your application.